Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm still trying to figure this shit out. So
Okay.
weird.
Are you trying to do like just get your setup going?
Yes. Okay.
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 Are
Oh
you there?
my God.
Are you by yourself?
Oh no, I'm not by myself.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's all good.
I've been playing your music on rotation just to like get the vibe going and like
Really? Oh my
yeah,
God, thank you.
yeah, yeah. Cause
Yes. Oh.
it's been a minute since because I remember like when you released Details, I was like, oh, then it had and then Namaste was a more recent one.
Yes.
So I'm like, man, these records are
You
good. They're so good.
them?
Hmm.
Thank you so much.
They sound like just like I don't know, like top tier in my opinion.
Well, thank you.
But
I
yeah,
appreciate
of
that.
course.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
are the R&B nerd.
I'm trying out here. Okay, so let me
Oh
see.
my
I'm not sure
goodness.
like
Hello to the, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't got my glasses on.
I
I'm not even
know.
going, I'm partially blind.
Yeah.
So shout out to the 6 people in the room.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
good? We're just are we waiting for like a few more people?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We can wait like maybe 5 minutes and just kind of go into it. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Yes. Hello.
What's up, everybody? Slow Jazz for Life. That's my boy. Day one, ride or die since forever. He's
What's
supporting.
happening?
Ryan, what's up? Carlos, what the hell?
That's
Very
so
cool.
tight.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Oh, wow.
James. Very dope. It's just so weird. I feel like I'm some like posing influencer.
Hey. Oh my goodness. Hello. Yes, I do see people that I know. Hello.
Love it.
Shout out Alyssa. Okay.
Slow Jams, you're the best, man. Seriously. This is my first live. Have you ever done a live before?
I think one other time.
Okay.
And I had forgotten about it. And I was like freaking out low key. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, we're going live. Okay.
Yeah. And I also feel like the way that I've seen lives before, like the way it's live for me now, I'm like, is this what other people see as live? Because it's different, I think, as a viewer. So
right. I forget how it looks when it's 2 people.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I mean, we can wait a few more minutes, or we can jump right into it, maybe just to make sure we're good on time if you want.
Okay. 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes.
Y'all got 2 minutes. Okay. Tell your cousins.
Okay.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, we can.
All that.
Let's bump this a little bit too if we want.
Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, Slow Jams for Life. I'm such a fan.
Such a fan.
I am honored that you are even in here. Yeah. Like, I'm obsessed with your page.
Yeah. I have it's one of the questions we're going to talk about later. My mind goes directly to Slow Jams for Life's page, as well as even like Midnight R&B Edition. There's also another Soul Faces, I think. There's a few pages that I've connected with that have just really been supportive and are just doing great things, and I love and just I'm such a fan of theirs too. So I'm lucky to have connected with them so quickly on in this. Will be 2 years in June that I've been having the page. Feels like forever though. Hey, wow. Courtney, thanks, boo. Thank you for joining.
Well, you have to connect me to all the pages so I can join all the R&B pages. Yeah. Like, I can never have enough music in my life.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I'm so excited about it.
What's up? Sorry, it's like seeing all my pals coming in here. I'm just like, it's so
cool.
I
love that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nice to have support and I had posted on my personal page like that I was kind of nervous about this. I've never done a live before, as I mentioned. So I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm pressing all the right buttons and stuff. And a couple of my friends were like, oh, you're going to kill it, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of my friends that I sent messages are in here. So thank you so much to all my pals. Like, I'm trying to make this happen, trying to follow my dreams and stuff. So it feels good to see all your names on here. So thank you all so much.
Yes.
Yo, and I'm starving too. My takeout is in the microwave. Just like, come eat me. I'm so hungry.
Yes.
What are you gonna have?
That's a good time. I think I'm gonna have some like tuna or like poke and like
Okay. Oh,
greens and all that.
poke's fine.
I'm doing a little spring cleaning.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to
you're
eat right.
a waffle girl last night.
I love me some waffle.
Me too.
So.
It's so expensive though. But maybe worth it? I don't know.
It's worth it. It's worth
Okay,
it.
okay.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, you know,
you get what you pay
get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So let's get it popping. If y'all ain't in here, then you know, I don't know what y'all doing because we're about to, let's go.
Okay, cool.
What's good?
What's up? Okay, cool. So I typically start every interview just by kind of just laying out like quick, if we can kind of remember how, I think we talked about this too, it's like how we connected. And I don't even know how we did, like similar to how we even like met, like our connected with Slow Jams for Life and Midnight R&B Edition. It's like when I made the Instagram, I just started like liking things and just, I don't know, it just like organically happened unless you know how we connected because I don't even know how we started following each other.
I found you, I think.
Okay,
I found your page and was immediately obsessed because like I was just excited because I love music and I love R&B and I love what you were posting and what you were saying was so insightful and spot on. I was like, oh, he knows this shit. And I loved it. And I think I just began to comment on your things and like you would reply. And then after a while, I just hit you in the DM like, what's good?
Yeah.
What is good? I'm like obsessed with your page. And then we like share music from time to time through there and give our opinions. You know, our off the record opinions about stuff. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah, I remember you sent me a voice note.
That's kind of how we connected.
Yeah, I think so. And I remember like I was like 2 cocktails in when you sent me like a voice note and I was like, oh hell yeah, like I'm about to like you reciprocate the energy, which has always been really great. Thank you so much for even just your comments now. I love Ryan, you guys are gassing us up in here, man. You guys are the best. So thank you, and thank you to everyone who's watching. But okay, cool. That makes me feel good, and you know, likewise in terms of energy and kind of like just connecting and it being organic and real, at least for me. All right, so let's talk music. So I want to ask you what your first musical memory is. I know mine, and so I'm curious to know what yours is.
My first musical memory. I would say my first musical memories were my mom singing to me as a kid because my mom actually was a singer. She sang opera. She didn't sing opera to me, but she would sing like theme songs like Sesame Street and like all those things like that. So those are like some of my earlier memories of music. But the one, like my personal memory of like a music that changed everything for me. Am I moving too fast?
No, you're good. Perfect. Just trying to respond to the comments.
Okay.
I'm just loving. I'm like, thank you. Like, man, the support is real. Thank you all so much, Courtney, Slow Jams, Ryan, Steve. Oh my God, everyone that's in here. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Sorry. Go ahead, Nina.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. I would say that with my mom, sharing that with my mom, but then like my personal experience was the first time, and I may be telling my age. My personal experience, the first time was Mariah Carey's Dream Lover.
Okay. Oh, I love that record. Love
that. Like, I had never heard anything like that in my life, and it just it was like magic. And from then on, it was just, that was it.
That was the change.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love that. Yeah, Dream Lover is definitely one of my favorite Mariah Carey records, probably top 5. I love it so much. It never gets old. It's just so like nostalgic, you know, in the video too. Like, where does that come from? But I would say my first musical memory was, I'll never forget, like being in the backseat of my grandma's green Pinto, driving somewhere and hearing My Cherie Amour by Stevie Wonder. And like, I think there's like a famous, or a song by, oh my gosh, India Ari, where she says like the melodies of Stevie Wonder like are the something that she doesn't love more or something like that. And I'm like, yo, the melodies of Stevie Wonder like did something to like 4-year-old me that I was like, what is this, dude? I love it so much. Like, so Stevie Wonder, like, just so many of his songs, like the melodies just do something to me. They've moved me, they've impacted me. And so I remember from that point on, like, I just felt like that was like the sort of like what I call like a spiritual kinship with the music. Like R&B is just something that has always felt so natural and true to me. And I'm so glad that that is like my connection, because I'm so proud of it. It makes me happy. R&B is so fly. It's so dope. Like nothing's better than R&B in my opinion. So, you know, it's like, I'm so happy that that's what I gravitated toward.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm curious to know what your first compact disc, CD purchase or cassette purchase was, if you can remember.
The first CD that I actually bought with my own money.
Yep.
Again, goes way back. Was actually Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall. Like I literally remember like stacking my little like money because back then CDs was like $15 to $18 a pop, right? So I remember like stacking my money to get Writings on the Wall, and it was worth every single penny. And which is what's so crazy is that I was listening randomly to Spotify. I had on like Nicki Minaj radio, whatever. And they threw in so good, so good. I was going off. Yeah. Especially what's the part? I'm doing so. It's a rap. I was on a treadmill. Like you would have thought that I was at the concert. Like yeah.
Man, I love that time of music too, because like the acoustic guitars were just so prevalent in like so much R&B, and to me I felt like it made it so. To me, it sounds really pretty. It sounds something that's just so like, I don't know, it's so light and airy, and it just makes it seem just so like simple, yet, I don't know, it just seems like, even like Craig David records at the time, Soul Shock and Carlin was a famous production duo that were just doing like the Whitneys and all that stuff. And like, man, guitar was like such a big part of R&B at the time. And yeah, I love So Good. I love So Good. Mm-hmm.
I think it's coming back. I think
so too.
I think that it's coming back, especially because Kiana Lede has a new song out with Ella. Have y'all heard it?
Yeah, I love it.
But and so I love that. You can never ever go wrong with just a strong melodic line on the guitar. And I feel like as a singer, it really gives the opportunity for you to just shine vocally and just be vulnerable. You know what I mean? You know when you hear just that guitar, that they better be singing, right?
Yeah.
It's not a game.
You can't hide behind anything. It's like,
you
that's
cannot hide behind anything with just the guitar. Like, you know, so
yeah. I feel you. Yo, Ryan, Spice Girls. That's the debut Spice Girls album. Banger is like banger after banger.
Spice Girls?
Yeah, that's what Ryan's saying here in the chat. His first one was. That's cute. Courtney saying you're adorable, Nina.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Even if it doesn't even matter how many people, I'm just excited that someone showed up to listen to us talk our shit, right?
Yeah. That's it. That's what it is.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yes.
Okay, so my first CD ever was SWV. I think their debut album. I remember it was on discount or something like that. It was like $8, and I was like, one SWV CD, please, like, you know, with my money. And and then I think my second after that, that was my first CD ever. And I remember like getting a boombox CD player was like such a like luxury at the time. And now it's like this antiquated format that like will never probably come back again. Cars don't even have CD players in them. So crazy to think about that. And then I think my second cassette tape was probably like Janet Jackson's Design of a Decade, which was like a greatest hits, I think. So yeah, I mean, again, that's so telling of like you know, my taste and things like that. So my next question is what inspires you musically? Like, what are your references, especially in particular when we look at your songs, Details, Lay In, Namaste. They all like, it sounds similar, like there's a thread, a common thread there, and I think that's more in terms of like your artistry. But I'm curious to know, like, they all sound different though sonically, so like if you could maybe just kind of quickly run down what those references are or what inspired them.
Well, for lay in, definitely, like I was going for,
That's my favorite. I love
you
lay
like,
in.
a lot
Yeah,
of people like
love it.
that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. I actually recorded that one myself in my bedroom.
Wow. Sounds
And
pristine and like professional.
thank you. I've been working a lot on the engineering side of it, just trying to have that independence as an artist and do as much as I can myself. So I was proud of that one because I did it myself. But Lane definitely, it has a lot of 90s references in the lyrics, like Rock the Boat and then the
Yep.
tweet reference. And like,
Yeah. The two
that's kind of like sonically what I love, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like
Mhm.
the backgrounds and stuff, very SWV, very Missy Elliott. Missy is a huge influence on my sound
Love that.
and my writing.
Yeah.
Her and Timbaland, like they were everything. So that one is definitely like a very Missy kind of vibe to me.
Yeah.
And the
Missy writes
backgrounds
like
are just
fire R&B records
straightforward.
too.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Details, same thing, pretty much the same thing. I think that like my music is always gonna have just like some 90s, early 2000s, because I just feel like those were like, in terms of pop R&B,
Yeah.
that was when like I was like a sponge, you know. But then also like my background is singing in church, singing gospel,
Sure.
and I grew up on blues and like traditional R&B, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, you know the roots, you know what I'm saying? So like that's always under, you know, in there too. So like that's my sound, right? You know, that's me right now.
Yeah. Love it. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of where, where I feel like I also got those influences from the 90s and 2000s, but I also feel like I didn't, and maybe because I don't have the background like similar to what you have, is like I know the Aretha ones, like Aretha Franklin, I know like her hits. I don't know like album cuts or anything like that, or know like her catalog like that deeply. And I feel like maybe that's why I kind of lean towards more of like contemporary sounds or progressive elements in R&B, which were really big in like the 2000s, right? Like B2K and all the like the bubbly sounds and like all the like, you know, that Rodney Jerkins production. Also too, just like really progressive and like bringing in like new technology and like futuristic, I would kind of say, sounds. But yeah, thank you for explaining those references. That totally makes sense, especially the Missy Elliott, because Missy Elliott has written some fire R&B records for like
she's
every
like
artist.
She's one of, to me, she's one of the blueprints.
Yeah.
Like I have like a couple singer-songwriters that I admire that I feel like really shifted the sound of the genre, and she's definitely one of them for me. You know what I mean?
Totally agree.
Everybody gonna have a little Missy in them. Like certain artists came along, and after that became part of the standard, like part of the sound. And I feel like Missy, I'm so glad she's getting her flowers.
Me too.
Like, I live for her. Like,
yeah.
Don't even get me started, y'all. I'm gonna stand for Missy.
No,
I can't wait to meet her.
Sure. No, I love that. love it.
Yeah.
How do you discover new music now? What's your way of discovering new music?
Probably the same way that that a lot of people do, through the streaming sites. Okay. But I love to just talk to my artsy friends. Okay. I love when I'm talking to musicians. They're like, have you heard of such and such? Because, you know, they know the stuff, you know, they be knowing the stuff that's not blown up yet. Right. You know what I mean? So they're like telling me all type, not just R&B, but all types of music. And then I go check it out. And then, you know, it recommends artists that are like in that realm sonically, and it'll like, so then I just go down a whole like rabbit hole of like finding like all this music. And like YouTube especially, YouTube, I would say YouTube more than like Spotify or Apple, because like, I don't know, it's something about YouTube, I feel like it's just right there, like the video, everything, and then like something random and you'll be like, what is that?
Yes,
and then it just
like a thumbnail or something will grab your attention. Totally.
And it could be someone that doesn't even have like a whole bunch of views, or that's really exciting, because you feel like you've like discovered something special that no one's like all the way. And then to watch that artist like get super big, that's how it was for me with Victoria Monet. Like love her. I've been like, I was sending her music to people, and they're like way back. Like I was like, she is the shit.
Yeah.
She's written this. She's just you like. I was like, watch, and then like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah. Love her.
That's
Love
how I
her
feel
for
about
it.
Tinashe. I remember I randomly saw a video or like a random blog post, like something super quick and small of her song called fuck, what was it called? It was called the video was super sexy. She's like dancing in water. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the song, but that song I was like, oh my god. I remember being at work and like hearing the song, I was like headphones on, I'm like, bro, what? I need more. Like, I immediately like, where's Tinashe? I need more of this. And that was during her mixtape era. I think her Reverie mixtape. And yeah, I thought I was so enamored. I feel the same way about Cassie as well. Like, when Me and You came out, I was just like, who is this girl? Like, she is this vessel for like this incredible music. Like, and it touched me in a way that I just can't even describe. Like, and I know, like, you know, Cassie is I feel like you appreciate her for her music or you don't. Like, I feel like it's like you're like, like not really. Like, some people can be a fan or not, but it's like I just wish I could explain. I wish I knew why I go so hard for these girls, because I don't know. It's just I'm obsessed now. I'm like, oh, there's no going back. So
yeah, I think Cassie, she is just cool as fuck. Like you just want to be, you just want, you know what I'm saying? Like she changed, like image wise.
Yeah.
Every girl in R&B was trying to have their head shaved.
That's
with
right.
That's right. Cassie was just like, she was dope. She didn't have to do like all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's just giving you what she had, and she's confident. And so I think that's amazing. Tinashe too. Like she's like, Tinashe should be. We ain't gonna even go. Tinashe is the shit.
That'll be our next live.
Our next live. We'll talk about how Tinashe is the shit. Okay.
Dope. Okay, cool. So, all right. What does R&B mean to you? If you had to say, philosophical question, what does R&B mean to you?
Love.
Okay.
Love. R&B just it came out of the church. The roots are gospel.
Yeah.
The roots of R&B are blues and gospel.
Yep.
So out of that, you get your pain and you get love. Like that's literally the lifeline of it. And so like R&B to me is love, because I feel like that's what people look to it. It's love making music. Right? Love
Baby
songs,
making.
like, you know what I mean?
Heartbreak.
Love for the people, for the community, love, like, you know what I'm saying? So R&B, especially soul, just give you that warm feeling, and that's what that is. That's what soul is. It's love. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that for me, R&B is just organic, because that's my language. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I love that. And I totally agree. I remember, I forgot somewhere, and I think there's even a song by Alexander O'Neal that said it's like the lovers. And like, for me, R&B is for the lovers. And I think in his song, he says like, the lovers win every time. And I think it goes much deeper than that in terms of like, I don't know, for me, love is, for me, it's like the most powerful force. Like, I can love this glass of water, and the love that I have for this glass of water will like carry me through like, my hardest times, you know. And it's like, so and I think luckily in the many times in my life, like my love for music, and thankfully my strong connection with R&B has, man, it's gotten me through some of my hardest times. It's empowered me. It's made me feel stronger when I've not felt stronger. It's made me feel confident when I've not felt confident. So R&B is love for sure. Totally agree. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so here's a little rapid fire thing. I want to know, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I name these artists, okay? So I'm good. I just want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
No wrong answers here. Just going to go for it. So Maya.
Multi-talented.
Okay, yes.
Multi-talentedly fierce.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great. Love that. All right, I totally agree with that. Brandy.
Brandy?
Mm-hmm.
Bible.
Vocal Bible. Period. That's it.
Period.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
All right. Diddy Dirty Money.
Smooth.
Okay.
Smooth. Diddy
Love
Dirty Money was something we never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Like, talk
smooth
about
as fuck.
progressive.
Like the
Yeah.
whole aesthetic of the sound and like the look.
Yeah.
We was just like, oh shit, that's cold. What is
Yeah.
that?
It was like,
Yeah.
what do they say? Before its time or whatever.
Totally
Yeah,
before. So I still feel like people not really fully grasping the dopeness
Yep.
of. And Victoria wrote on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was in the car the other day, and which one it was like, "Love Come Down" came on, and I was like, no one know. I was like in the car, like going wild, like y'all don't fucking know shit. Like this is my shit. It's so fire. Okay, the next one is Music Soul Child.
Sang.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you heard his new stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
With Hit Boy?
Yes.
Oh.
Fire.
My God.
Yeah.
When Music Soul Child, like, I don't even understand the technique, like how his runs are so nasty. Like he just goes effortlessly between his chest and his like head voice, like nothing, like, and it's so rich and beautiful, like Stevie. You could tell like what he's listened to. So like whenever I would hear him, I'm like in my car, like sang, okay.
Yeah.
He could sing the same song. I just realized within the last few years that he be singing the same song, like like the one like Buddy, and like it's always like, hey girl,
yeah,
we could be cool if you want to, but we don't got to, but we could be buddies. Like it's always like that, or like I'm gonna love you forever. Like those be like for the most part the dynamic, right?
That's his brand.
Yes, I love him.
Yeah, no, I love music too.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, just listen, like that album, man, like oh my god, I'm just like to listen to it.
Listen, was so good.
Yeah,
so
I
good.
love
And my favorite one was the one with sorry, I'm interrupting.
No,
I forget what it was called. It's the
Soul
one
Star?
with
Soul Star.
I love all of them, but the one with show me how to love, show me the way.
I think it's called Tell Me, right? Or Show Me?
Huh?
I think, yeah, Cassie actually sampled that song in a song, a newer one she did. Fire, yeah. Like my friend sent it to me. He's like, I didn't even know this was Cassie singing. I'm like, yeah, she's
send me that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yes.
Okay. The next one is Khalid.
Khalid. Unique.
Okay.
Unique because I feel like the timbre of his voice is like so different.
Yeah.
It's like it's got this like it's like he's been here before or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like young, but he's got like an old soul. His sound is so it's got like it's kind of twangy.
Yeah.
It's like
Did you say
twang.
the tenor in his voice?
Man,
that's exactly
the
how
timbre,
I that
like
too.
the tone of
the bass.
the quality of his voice is just so unique. Like you know it like as soon as you hear it. Yeah.
Oh, I love him. I feel like he should be bigger. Like I feel like Skyline, like that was a huge. I feel like why are we not pushing this? A huge pop record, like it should be #1 on Billboard Hot 100. Like man, such a great video.
They just like want. I think the industry just like is pouring water on him. We could be real on here, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. I feel like they're pouring water on him because they want to make money. Cause can we talk? Can we just talk?
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
Talk.
Okay. So I was like, it's obviously catchy. It's catchy. It's cool. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? But the type of artist he is, he's made it obvious that he can do any type like of thing that you throw at him with any artist. He's gonna shine. So like that was like he could have did that in his sleep. Is you know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
Yeah. But it was cute though. No shame.
Yeah. No,
definitely a bop. Yeah. Definitely a hit.
Yeah, a hit.
Right. It did what it needed to do. But I like when they let him like really just show off. I love that.
No, I like it too.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying. Okay, so next question is, what do you think your favorite artist says about you?
What it says about me? Well, my favorite artist is Mariah Carey.
Okay.
She's one of my many favorite artists.
Yeah.
But I most identify with her because we're both Aries.
Okay.
We're both Aries, and it's just her pop sensibility. The fact
Mm.
that she's also a writer,
Yeah.
her voice is just, I fall for like that airy,
Yeah.
like bright,
Mm-hmm.
just pretty, Minnie Riperton,
Yeah.
Ariana, like I
Ariana,
love
yeah, I was
that
gonna
type
say.
of, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so soothing to me. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like what that says about me is that I'm a little diva. Okay,
Okay.
I'm a little diva, first of all. And I'm a kid at heart. I feel like Mariah is like a kid at heart, like with the
Mm.
whole butterfly and the rainbow. Like she's always playful and flirty with it.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she's also ridiculous in the best way possible. Like
Yeah.
I fucking love her for that. So I think that resonates with me. Like she's like, honey, I am who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I love that. Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think someone's calling you such an Aries, by the way, in the comments. So
I'm such an Aries. Oh my
I'll
God,
let
I
you.
would love
Yeah.
to know.
I ironic is saying that, and I think you may know that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
So do that with with that what you will. So for me, my favorite artist is. I mean, it's my favorite artists are probably like Tinashe, Chris Brown, and I feel like those. To me, it says that like I don't know. I really lean more on the contemporary, on the progressive. So I feel like they continually like kind of I don't know. Just evolve and they evolve. Like sometimes it's a little weird. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And sometimes I'm like, okay, wait, hold on a second. Like, it's like that kombucha meme where the girl's like tasting it and she's like not sure, but then she tastes it again. Like, that is me on some Tinashe things sometimes. I think Slow Jams for Life, I don't know if he's still on here, but he was like, a while back was like, I don't know, like that album, the last album, 333, was a little bit like too far out there. I couldn't really connect with it. And I do agree there are some moments on there, especially there's a song with I think Absolutely or Abby. She is also a songwriter, fire songwriters written with Normani, and a bunch of other people too, and like Nija and stuff. And I can see where that comes from, but I also feel like if you just listen to it maybe a few times, you can find the root of what you connect to with her in the first place. So yeah, I think that's always I'm always so impressed. Like, even like Me and You by Cassie and Ryan Leslie, that production came out of nowhere and it like blew everyone's mind. Like, even now, like
Ryan
that,
Leslie.
you know, boom, 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 boom. Like it's still like it's just so yeah, it's so progressive, so dope.
So progressive.
Yeah. Okay, so so you're a music creative yourself. You're a musician. I want to know when did you know that music was your calling or something that you really wanted to pursue? Was there like a moment or something that said like, "Damn it, I'm going for it. I'm shooting my shot." Anything like that?
Man, no.
Okay.
You know, I've been singing all my life. It was never thought. It was like, it seemed like the natural progression of who I was supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
much so that when certain things wouldn't happen for me at certain times or whatever I thought the vision was, I would be utterly confused. Like, clearly, like,
Was this not supposed to what was supposed to be
was
happening?
it, you know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
mom was like, you going to college. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, whatever, girl, but I'm about to be singing. So
Ironic said that part.
I was like, okay, girl, okay, but even though I don't need to go to do what I know I'm supposed to do.
Sure.
So like, yeah, no, there was not a moment, but I would say within the last maybe 10 years, it's become more serious in a different way, like business wise, just realizing what the business is and what it really is going to take to really do it, not just like that kid dreaming in her bedroom, singing in the mirror, doing it, but really like putting
For it to, like,
in
pop off
the hours
to move,
and doing the part that you don't want to do when you're tired or however you feel. Within the last 10 to 15 years, it's become far more intense, like in that sense.
Right. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me, like doing the blogging and wanting to pursue this, and I even feel like maybe what's next for me is to like write R&B myself. I feel like I know, like, yeah, one of my peers or my colleagues, Jacairo, was like, yo, you know the music, like you're like the perfect person to like give it a try, who has all the references and like knows what you want it to sound like. And so that made me feel pretty good. Yeah. And so
do you have a playlist?
I have a playlist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have not. I need to go listen to that because I know it's fire. And you need to make like volume 1, 2, 3 for every purpose in life.
I know.
For real, because I will listen to all of them.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, I feel like, you know, I started off because I remember like I was going back through my stories on my personal IG, and like, dude, I would always post music and always like be like, oh my God, this shit's got me like going crazy. Like I remember like there's a song by Kelly Rowland called Kelly, and it's just such a like Black girl anthem, like get about my way, like I'm making shit happen. It's just like I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling the Black girl magic, and I want everyone to know and feel it too. It's so good. I love that record. Produced by Nova Wave, who also is a female duo. I love them. But
what
yeah,
was it? Who is the duo?
Nova Wave. I think they're from Atlanta.
The writer and
the writer and producer. Yeah,
they're dope.
Yeah, I love them.
I really like Nova Wave.
Yeah. And so I just was like, I need to like share this. I want to like put it out there in a way that's more like official than just me posting on a random story. So I think everything has kind of led to this point, even today, like connecting with you and attending this live has all just kind of been in support of that. And so yeah, I'm glad that we are here to like, I don't know, let out what's inside of us.
This makes me so happy.
Me too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. What are some songs you feel define you as a person? Are there songs that you're just like, that is me? Like, you know, if you had like to say like any definitive songs for you. Yeah.
That's like one of the hardest questions. And my mind is like. Oh
like
my God.
For me, I would say a definitive song is like "Make It Happen" by Mariah Carey.
Oh my God, song, get out of my brain.
Yeah, it's
get out of my brain right now.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my top ones.
Yeah.
Also, there's a song by I don't know if you'd be familiar with Sounds of Blackness. They're like gospel R&B.
From
way back.
Song?
Optimistic.
Okay, no. Oh yeah. I think I heard that one. That's like their big
long
hit,
as
right?
you keep your head to the sky.
sky. Yeah,
I don't expect you to know,
song.
but
that sounds great. Yeah, I feel that one.
That song is like one of my definitive songs, and also randomly one of the earliest songs I can remember as a kid was Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Don't worry, be happy. Like my mom taught me that song, right? At a really young age. So like it just always, that was kind of me as a kid. Don't worry, be happy. I was a real happy kid. But yeah, definitely that one.
Okay.
And probably like Tell Him on Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, because oh man, it really shaped me.
Your ear, what you like.
It shaped my ear, like in terms of like soul music and how it was moving forward and everything, but also holding on to classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just like, I don't know, it's something about Lauryn Hill songs make you feel like, I mean, I did not have an ex when X Factor came out, but you would have thought I was done so dirty. Like, so I feel like.
See, that's how I feel about Zion. I don't have a baby, but Zion,
I didn't have any. But Lauryn Hill songs really make you feel like you're right there with it. So Tell Him. There was nobody to tell, but I was like, tell him I need him. Like I was totally like in that.
The wall. Telling the wall.
Yeah. How about you?
I love that. Okay, that's cool. Great. See, you know the answers to the questions. Those are dope. I think another one for me, just real quick to end it, is it's a song by Jade called "Don't Walk Away." It's such an iconic '90s. Like I remember being like telling my mom like, "Yo, I need this tape. I need this." So it was Jade to the Max, I think is the name of that album that it's on. With another song called oh God, what's the other hit? There's a couple hits on that album, and I remember, Don't Walk Away. Even just now, like I'm just like, who is singing me on karaoke, man? Like, let's do it. Forever Bob. Forever Life.
We should get together, go to karaoke, do that song, and put it on our Instagram, because that's how hard we would shut
We
it down.
shut
I
it
got
down
you
all
on
the
the
way
back.
down.
I got you. Whatever you need.
Love that. Okay. So we're at 20 minutes left. I kind of want to just get to.
Dang, that went quickly.
I know. Okay. Since on R&B Money, they always ask every guest. They're like, give us. So I remember they like pressed JoJo to give her top 5 R&B songs of all time. She had some fire choices. Could you give me your top 5 R&B songs of all time as of today? And I can go first if you want, because I'm like, okay, there are some to just come.
Oh, you got yours. You got yours ahead of time. You cheated.
Because I think it's like, it's so easy for me. So like, and I'm sure this is going to be easy for you too. Like Mariah, it's going to be something from Mariah Carey. Something from Craig David. Like that first album from Craig David. Pick anything, in my opinion. It's all fire. Probably something from Jagged Edge. So that's 3. Something from Chris Brown, but I just gotta think of the song though.
So do you want specific songs, or like it's cool to do what you just did?
If you can,
So
like I think my mind immediately goes to a song called "Sorry Enough." I think it was written by like Eric Bellinger, The Dream. Like it's like R&B to the max, like royalty.
Who sings that?
Chris Brown. It's called "Sorry Enough."
Sorry Enough. Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, it's it's
an
an album.
Songs. I'm like, which?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, something from those artists that would be like my top 5. So Mariah Carey, Craig David, Jagged Edge, Chris Brown. It's got to be one more. Mariah Carey, Chris Brown, Craig David, Jagged Edge. Because even though like I love Tinashe and like JoJo, for example, I don't go there as like top 5 of all time.
Top 5 of all time. That is so hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
My top 5. I don't be mad at me if I don't have a song for everything.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
It would be something from Michael Jackson.
Okay.
As a kid, I was obsessed with Michael. Like,
yeah.
it would definitely be something from Michael.
Okay.
Something from Stevie.
Okay.
Of course, Mariah, and probably the Rainbow album, because I just felt like it was super anthemic. Even though she always has songs like that.
Yeah.
I just felt like Can't Take That Away was like one of like really empowering for me. So Mariah, that's 3, right?
So you got Stevie, Mariah, Michael,
and Erykah Badu.
Okay.
Didn't You Know? Everything. Erykah Badu.
I mean, right there.
That's one of my favorite songs by her in the whole world. And then I can't believe you're making me do this. There's like 8,000 more R&B artists. I know.
You see, those come easy to me because those are always like songs. Like if I'm like, I don't know, like if I'm feeling down or if I'm like hungover or something, I'm like, what's gonna make me feel good? And I played like the first Craig David album. So like it's burnt out. There's scratches all over the CD, tapes warped. Like I've played it out, so I love it. Like it never gets old to me. Man, yeah.
And Brandy.
Brandy. Oh, Brandy's good.
Yeah. Probably something from Full Moon or Never Say Never.
Okay, those are good. Yeah, I love those. I love Aphrodisiac a lot though too, and I feel like it doesn't get the love that it deserves.
It was everything.
It was everything. Everything. Yeah. Awesome. I bought that at a Target when I worked there, and I remember I saw a guy come in. I was like, I was a cashier at Target, and I was like, he like had it, and I was like, this is out right now. I was like, hold my shit. I'm gonna go buy this right now. Yeah, and it changed my life. It helped me through so many hard times. Okay, so you mentioned the Rainbow era, and so I want to ask, like, am I a Mariah stan? Like, since of course I am. So I want to ask what your favorite Mariah era is, if you had to name one. Ryan, yes, Who I Am, Aphrodisiac Was Slept On, agreed 5,000%. So does Nia.
Favorite Mariah era is, oh my God, that's so hard. It's either Daydream or Rainbow, because not Daydream, I'm sorry, Butterfly. Butterfly. Yes,
Was
because
iconic.
Butterfly was like exactly what it was called. It was just, she completely shifted into like full on R&B, and like that shit was fire. Oh my God, how did you ask me that? Yeah, that shit was fire because like Missy was on there, of course, right? So many like different types of sounds sonically for her, and like joining up with Puff, and like that was super exciting to see her go for like full on R&B like that. And then Rainbow was just so fucking like cute. It was just the cutest thing. Like it was like pop culture threw up in every video. It was just very bright and like cute and fun and sexy, but like flirty, and like I feel like that made me like want to be flirty too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I get you. My favorite, right? I mean, for me, I immediately go to E equals MC squared, and I feel like I do that because of all the progress. Like there was Danger on there, and there was just like for the record, like that's Brian Michael Cox, but it's like production, but it's like it's different. It's like he came out of nowhere with like the way it's so like holographic. The production feels like it's like it's just. Oh my God, I just don't know how to describe it, but I just love,
That's when she was with Nick, right?
Yeah.
That was during the time they were like,
like Love Story. I feel like that song's about them. Like, I think she says like, at the bridge, she goes like, looking like her, looking like him, looking like something. But I'm like, is she describing her kids? Like, I don't know, maybe, I don't. But yeah, that's cool. All right, I love the Butterfly and every era really. Okay, so you mentioned Erykah Badu, and I think we've talked about this before in DM, is like how on my page I don't really like I have yet to post about Erykah Badu or like Music Soul Child, and I do love them, but I gotta say that I'm not like I don't know it that well. Like Music Soul Child I do, but Erykah Badu, it's not something that I'm really familiar with. Like I know like Window Seat, and then obviously Bag Lady as well. But that made me think of asking you, like, what's something more that you want to see in terms of like coverage, like whether it be style-wise, representation, something that you miss seeing that you would like to see more of in music or even on socials. Let's see.
In terms of R&B, like
how much of it? Or in terms of music, like in general, like for example, like I don't highlight a lot of like. I would say like maybe like soul neo-soul artists, like I know like a Floetry or something, or like a Jill Scott, that's something that I haven't planned on posting anytime soon. And so like, is that something that you would want to see more of? Do you feel like it's not represented that much on socials or what you see on IG? Just trying to get to these messages.
Oh no, you're good. I haven't found that neo soul page, but I'm sure they're out there. If y'all know it, put it in here. But a lot of the R&B pages I've seen have been like more like I don't want to say mainstream because it's just a different like, you know what I mean, type of R&B, but haven't seen a lot of like old school neo soul pages. But I feel like overall in general, so much different type of R&B is being represented on social, just in the world, just out there, and it's so much easier to find artists, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's so different, like all kind of genders, all kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And they're like being their true selves and singing about things from their true perspective. Like I feel like a lot of the old R&B you weren't able to like, we didn't hear many songs about with a woman singing about a woman, or like, you know what I'm saying? And so like I think that people are embracing their true selves in soul music and in R&B, and that's really exciting. And I do think that it's very represented. Like I do see it a lot. But I would like to see more neo soul too, because
No.
Yeah.
Would you ever watch VH1 Soul on that was like a
Oh,
channel? They would just play those videos.
ad nauseum.
Okay.
Like it
Yeah.
was that
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the background music. Like that was
Yeah. Yeah.
life.
And even what was it?
Neo soul was
BT
everything.
the midnight
And I
something.
love
Midnight Love. Yeah. That's how I found Joe. And Joe, like the second album, his third album, I think it's called like,
Joe.
yeah.
Joe's
Yeah.
music like ushered me into womanhood.
Mm.
I felt like when I listened to Joe, when I was young, if I listened to Joe, I felt like he was like letting us in on like how grown folk really get down. Like,
Yeah.
oh, on the jet black sand and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Central Pay and all this kind of
you
stuff.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I had
Yeah.
like this idea,
I
like,
can't
if
wait
you're
to
not
be
going to
grown.
the jet black sand,
Yeah.
then I don't know what you talk about, boo. But yeah.
No, I feel you. Yeah. I remember I had not been that close with my dad at the time. And so we had gone years without seeing each other. And so I went to visit him and I had fallen asleep with like my little CD player and like the Joe album was in there. And I remember he was working nights and he had got home and like listened to it. And the next day he was like, I didn't know you liked this music or whatever. I'm like, yeah, and I had like the luggage freaking CD thing with like all the CDs, like 100 of them.
I
I
had
would
like
take with
four. They're in my mama's house.
Yeah.
Under the
Yeah.
couch. Like
Me too. Yeah. Like, can't let him go. Can't let him go. Okay, so we have like 9 minutes. Two more
9
questions.
minutes.
We're
I
almost
can't believe
there.
that. Crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
What advice would you give to any other creatives or just life advice that you feel you would like to share? Do you feel has helped you or is just on your heart to share with anyone out there that's watching, our 8 folks there? Any advice in terms of being a creative or life advice or anything you'd want to impart on the listeners?
Learn as much as possible about your craft and the business and like all aspects of what you're trying to do. Not just what you do, but like everything related to
all the
it.
pieces. Yeah.
All the pieces. Learn as much as you can because it helps you grow overall as an artist. And
Yeah.
it's so useful. And then also by any means necessary, protect the art, like protect the craft itself. Like sometimes as an artist, especially when you've been in it for a long time, like I remember a couple points in times where I felt like, am I falling out of love with this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it like, and I had to step back for a minute and like get back to the root of the love for it. And it was so, everything else was so internalized, you know what I'm saying? And I realized that my love for music is my love for it. So when you create, shield that. Like try to turn off all of what you think people's opinions are of it, everything like that, and literally try to create from that childlike self of like, I do this because it makes me happy. I wrote Lay In. I did Lay In, and I put it out because I fucked with it.
Yeah.
I was like, does this sound too old school or whatever? But then
No,
it was like,
no.
I don't even care because this shit makes me feel a way. And whoever fucks with it is going to fuck with it. Cause, you know what I'm saying? So just always stay true to yourself and learn as much as possible.
So,
learn as much as possible.
Cool. Love that. Thank you for that. And then I guess really the last question is, what's next for Nina Taylor? What's next for you? What are the next things? Like I know I said I want to pursue maybe writing R&B myself, and that being like the next chapter for me. And so I'm curious to know what is next for you.
An EP.
Oh, okay.
An EP is next for me. So like I've been kind of like putting out singles and trying to see like what people are gravitating towards and what they like and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've been building towards that, and now I think I'm ready. I've been thinking about the future in that way, and like I'm already like on what I want to put out after this EP. So it's just time to do it. It's just time to put it out there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we have 6 minutes. I'm down to bonus questions here.
Yes. Are any of y'all have questions too?
Yeah, I forget.
If you do.
Ryan is saying okplayer.com was the best neo soul site back in the day. In my opinion, I don't think I've ever heard of OK Player.
It's still out. I think I followed them on Instagram, and they're so fire.
Let's see. Brief TW said, "How much I love you" still hits to this day. 100% agree. Ryan also said "OOC" by Mariah Carey. Praise hands emoji. Living for that. Also praise hands emoji. Brief TW is also saying can't wait for the EP. I see my friend Albert has joined. What's up, Alberto? Thank you for my fire polo, by the way. Albert and Marcos made me this. You guys are the best. Let's see. Aphrodisiac was definitely slept on, Ryan. I agree. Who I Am. Song is fire. Love how that opened the project.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's the questions for now. So then, real quick, last 5 minutes. If you had to build your dream album, give me who would produce and or write on it with you.
Pharrell.
Oh, dope. Okay, I'm like, because I
Pharrell.
have a little notebook over here of like my dream, and I have like all these like names on it and stuff, like, you know. So I'm curious who yours are, because I have mine. Pharrell's good. I'm like, do I have
still
Pharrell?
Pharrell, Tim. You know what I mean? And I really love D Mile.
Oh yeah, D Mile's on my list.
Yeah, he's a big one for me. There's quite a few actually.
D Mile's one of mine that comes to mind too immediately. I just love everything he does. He can do anything. Like do no wrong.
No, he do no wrong. He's amazing because he knows his shit. He knows music.
Rodney Jerkins.
Yeah. Rodney Jerkins, yes.
Yeah.
Rodney is dope too.
Yeah. Let's see. Ryan's saying you remind me of a young Sarita Wright.
Ooh.
You know who that is?
Sounds familiar. What song? What song did she do?
Ryan, you got like a song or like if she's an actress or something, or a film where we can reference? I don't know. But yeah, I also really like OG Parker and like Hitmaker. I love that they like all the stuff that Hitmaker's done with like Tink. Oh my god, I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
He makes the old stuff sound new again. He's like the Puffy of the next generation. I feel like in terms sonically, like production wise.
Yeah, I love that he's also like getting all his flowers right now too. I feel like he's getting all these like big features, and like I think BT named him producer of the year last year, which I was like, yes, totally agree.
For a long time.
Yeah.
He's been in,
what was his he was a rapper before. Was it Young Bird?
Berg.
Okay, Young Bird. Yeah. And who would have thought?
Right? So dope.
All right, I don't know if there's any more questions. I mean, I was gonna ask you about who would you consider a young legend out right now? Like I would, for me, I think of like Tinashe. I think of Miguel as people that are just like.
You know, I think that I think she's a young legend.
Okay.
Like I think that she's like the next, like Alicia Keys. Like I think that she is. I think that Chloe and Halle are young legends.
I agree.
Amazing.
Okay, Ryan's saying she sings a song called "With You, I'm Born Again." She was Stevie Wonder's first wife.
Oh yes.
Kind of favorite to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And then Ironic is saying definitely her as a young legend. Yes, we concur. Let's see.
How many more minutes
favorites
do we have?
We got 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm happy with how this came out. I mean, I don't know if you are.
This was so great. I'm like,
cool.
oh man, I'm geeked out.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
geeked out.
And thank you. Yeah, of course. I'm happy. It was easy. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I'm so glad you were down to do it with me too. And you know, let's keep the DM voice notes going and share ideas and stuff. And hopefully we can meet up soon. I don't know where you're located.
Oh, we're meeting up because we have karaoke. So it's done. All right. Thank you.
Well, you have a good night. We didn't eat dinner. I know we're starving to.
Yes.
Thank you,
everybody for coming. I love you so much. For real. Go check out my music. All right.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.